Yeah, we'll rock and roll with that.
Rocking and a rolling, rocking and a river bottom, bam, 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 Sharon.
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 Oh, we're doing a Sharon song today.
Sure, yeah. I think we need, the Lilith Fair of the second episode has inspired me to make female songs about the female characters.
The what?
The Lilith Fair. That's the music festival they go to. In the finale,
gotcha. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't catch what he said.
Yeah, no, I did catch that.
That's a music.
That is Sarah McLachlan started a female-focused music festival in the 90s.
Oh,
and it was all female artists. Yeah. And
interesting.
Well, we'll get to the joke that they make about it, but the implication of
I didn't know. It doesn't still exist?
I don't believe it does.
People still carry that on? I
have the tab open on Wikipedia. Yeah, no, it looks like it's no longer. It happened in 1997, 1998.
Was it in Ohio?
It would tour all over North America.
Gotcha.
So like Canada, United States. Yeah. Looks like there was a documentary about it that came out in 2025, but it looks like the last year was, they did a 2010 revival, but the last year before that was 1999. So
nice.
It's 3 years and then 1 year in the, 2 decades later.
Shout out girl bosses.
Shout out girl bands, or as Lewis calls them, women music. I think something like that. Yeah. But yeah, TJ, here we are.
Here we are, man.
We've reached the end.
The end of season 4.
And you know how they're going to do it. You know how they're going to end.
They do it big.
They go with a bang.
They always have to.
Yeah. It was fun. Did you
I
know?
Love them. They really, I don't know, again, who does their choreography for this show? They must get like Broadway people in there because they really crush it.
There might be, I don't know if you know.
There's some Tony winners in there.
This finale, The Brotherhood of Men, which we'll talk about later in this episode.
Yeah.
Blue link on Wikipedia. So I'm trying to see if there is any
really?
sort of, there's a list of the people that make cameos from Northeast Ohio. But I don't know many of them. But they also have a lot of blue links on Wikipedia.
Really?
So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we're here. It's taken us long enough. We've done a lot of single eps. We've done a lot of things. But we are finally at the end of season 4.
And not quite halfway.
No, almost. Well, this episode, also the finale episode 100 of the show.
Wow.
So we're 100 episodes in out of 288.
I was going to say... 288.
288 episodes.
But there's 9 seasons.
9 seasons, 288 episodes.
How does that add up? I don't get it. We're at 4, so even if you just like double it, if we get to
200, that gets you to the end of season 8.
And then season 9 is 88
They
episodes.
must just... season 9 goes on forever. Yeah, I have no idea how
they're like, oh shit, were we supposed to make this season 10 at some point?
Can we actually start with the episode 100th of it all before we get into the thing? I'm clicking around on links. CNN wrote a thing up at the time. They celebrated this with a big cake of Drew to celebrate episode 100 when they shot this on the Burbank lot. Carey, though, Drew, I got to tell you, I don't even celebrate my birthday every year. So to me, it's just another show.
Yeah.
Dude does not take a moment to appreciate.
He doesn't. I've never seen. It's like I've never seen a famous person give less of a shit about their success
life or their work.
And like their work. The amount of work that it takes to put a sitcom together every week, and he's just like, whatever.
You know what it's like when you have a birthday and all your relatives show up and you have to say, hey, thanks for coming. You have to be like that. That's how I feel right now talking to the press.
My man just wants to chill out at Bob's Big Boy.
Absolutely he does.
Crush a burger and a milkshake.
Yeah.
Hang out.
There's also this again because I'm on the Wayback Machine because these links are like dead from years ago. There's April 1st, 1998. Drew Carey leads a smoke-in protest at a bar. I guess they were banning smoking in bars in California.
Damn, was Drew a smoker?
No, I think he just supported rights. Everybody should have freedom.
He's a. Wow.
In a bar, he's not a smoker, not usually. I don't think there should be a total ban on anything, Carey said. Through a cloud of smoke inside Barney's Beanery, a bar, restaurant, and pool hall in West Hollywood.
Yes.
It should be up to each bar owner and patron to decide if they want to smoke or not.
I stand with Drew.
Yeah.
Bring back smoking in bars.
The bar faced a fine. Drew did not face a fine. He was just the face of the thing that was going on. I don't know.
Wow. What a God. Celebrities used to have real causes.
Yeah.
I They used to stand on real principles.
And could you imagine, like, this show hasn't won Emmys ever? Could you imagine they go up and win an Emmy and Drew's like, and I think it's really important that we continue to smoke inside.
Well, it's just like now all these celebrities, they just like, I don't know, fight with the president and talk about that. Drew was like, no, I want to, you should be able to light your Camel cigarette in my face.
I want to smell menthol when I go for a drink.
Yeah.
He argues it's a slippery slope. He's like, then it'll be beer, then it'll be liquor. Who knows what's next?
That's got to be interesting. Who the folks that, I mean, granted, look, I know that you can still smoke in a lot of bars around the country.
Yeah.
I mean, you could still, hell, back where I'm in Pennsylvania, back where I grew up, like we had smoker bars, and that's where we ate because my dad smokes. But whenever there was this push in like places like California or New York or whatever to ban it, I'm wondering, like, do you think it was a political, like, Dems Republicans thing at all, or what do you think it was?
It was probably a health consciousness thing, right?
Where were the lines drawn, though? Were they drawn down traditional, like, politics?
Interesting.
Or was everyone sort of like, no, this is a violation of my freedoms?
I feel like that was actually the minority of it. I feel like a lot of people, because I think you can argue both sides in like a party sense of like, oh, there's a health argument. Yeah, it would probably fall into more of a left sort of argument, or like our children, like that would kind of be a conservative argument for it. Like, I think anybody could kind of get on board with banning smoking indoors. But then you got the libertarians of the world, the Drew Careys coming out and being like, what'd you say I can't do? I'm gonna do it. I love Drew Carey.
Wow, shout out Drew.
Oh, but before we get to the finale, we do have Up on the Roof, episode
season
26.
26, May 19th, 1999.
We're getting real close to summer break here.
Yeah.
We start. I made you restart, or not restart, but I made you double check because the cold open seemed to not match the IMDb description. It is a true cold open.
Yeah, it has no connection. I mean, because at first I'm like, are we about to go to a baseball game?
Yeah.
Which is wonderful because this coincides with its opening weekend.
You're going in mere hours to see your Pirates probably lose to the New York Mets.
yes. I wanted to go to the game tomorrow too, but life's busy. You know,
Sure.
It's hard to go to a
Life's
bunch of games.
Expensive. These
Life's
games
too
anymore,
expensive.
man. It's crazy. But they're going to an Indians game because it is Winfred-Louder night at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Like, did they have department store nights back in the? They must. They
still. I mean, I don't know when
there's
I
no
would go,
Macy's night at Citi Field or anything.
I'm sure there was, but like they have local business nights.
That's
when
true.
I was a kid, we would go to Pirate games, and I remember there would be like, oh, this night is brought to you by I don't know some local shop, and then all the hats they're giving away have the shop
on the
branded
back.
on it or something. So it makes sense. Maybe I mean it seems like Winfred-Louder's a community staple.
Sure, absolutely.
Winfred-Louder night at Jacobs Field.
Yeah, they're very excited. Mimi finds out
Johnson doesn't have a ticket.
No, well, Johnson gets fired.
Yeah.
Every Johnson. I can't. It took us way too long to realize that, but he's just firing a bunch of Johnsons. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's a fun gag. Yeah, and then
you got to keep hiring Johnsons too to make this work.
There's a revolving door of Johnsons.
You got to always have a Johnson on deck just to get canned. Yeah.
Well, and the way that he does this one is fun because Wick tells him he's got an Indians hat on. He goes, "You're fired." He's like, "But I really wanted to tell you like this." And he turns around and he goes, "You're out."
Yeah, that was good.
Umpire Wick. Kate, I completely forgot this Kate arc. She's Mrs. Louder's assistant. I feel like it's been a couple episodes since we had to deal with that.
Yeah, I forgot that she basically begged for that job. We don't really see them together at all.
No, but so in this one we see them all over each other.
Which is what makes sense to me than why they went like they go full throttle at the abuse.
Yeah,
because we really have no preface for them. Like they don't set it up that like Kate's in this abusive relationship now with her boss.
Yeah. So she's Mrs. Louder's assistant, and that basically requires her to live in Mrs. Louder's shadow. Literally, she's following her the whole time.
The first thing she does is she yells "desk," and then Kate comes over and bends over in
so
front
she
of her.
can write a letter.
Yeah.
We get tongue She screams out, and Kate sticks her tongue out and then licks the envelope to close said letter.
Yes.
And
then she asks, has this cream gone bad?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and her coffee.
And her coffee, she makes Kate taste it.
Yeah.
She says yes. And she was like, yeah, I didn't think the fly would die if the cream was good. So just like manipulative, fucked up.
How she sees her assistant.
Yes.
It ends with her, I guess, getting ready to go to the game. She's got a seat cushion for those awful plastic seats at the ballpark. And she asks Kate to blow it up, and Kate starts inflating it. And she goes, this is the closest I could get to literally kissing her ass. So it's a tough life for Kate O'Brien.
Yeah. And I thought we were going to a baseball game.
I thought we were going to see something, but the most we see is post titles. Drew he caught a foul ball, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's throwing it around. But forget all of that.
None of it matters.
Stop the presses, because the big news is Mrs. Harvey is in town. Oswald's hot mom is back in Cleveland.
Hell yeah, baby. Yeah. Get the word out.
The most beautiful woman in the world, I think Oswald announces. And then
Drew thought it was Cher.
Do you believe in love?
You know what? Cher's still got it together too.
Yeah.
You see old Cher these days.
Her and her amazing team of surgeons.
She did like SNL last year, right?
She did do SNL. Oh, this year. She did
this year. She did it
for the Christmas episode, I think.
Yeah.
The Ariana Grande episode.
Yeah. I remember being like, damn. It's crazy.
But that was a bad musical performance.
Oh,
Cher.
I mean, yeah, it was bad.
A dog off.
But
God,
just
bad.
Even the idea that she got up there.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe they're doing this on. I guess she still has pull.
Oh, for sure.
People still love her.
Remember when she was, there were tweets from Cher, and they would always be like these weird unhinged things.
Yeah.
I can't even remember any of them right now, but it would just be like all caps, like nouns, like just random words. You'd be like, why did Cher post that on the internet?
Who else does that now? All caps.
all caps crazy posts on social media.
Late at night.
Yeah.
Just unhinged.
Fuck, I can't think. I don't know. Anyway. So Mrs. Harvey walks in. Lewis immediately brings up the situation we all remembered, which is, weren't you supposed to be engaged?
Yeah.
She was the last time we saw her.
You're joking about us all remembering it, right?
Yeah, I didn't remember it at all.
I was like, I guess
the last time she was on, she was hitched to a man, which I guess would be when Oswald had those fake breasts.
Yeah.
But I couldn't recall it. So anyway, he brings it up, and like Oswald's like, don't bring it up. Like crossing his neck,
Yeah.
And Lewis is like, oh my God, you slashed his throat? But no, we found out the man wanted kids, and Mrs. Harvey did not want to go through that living hell again, I believe she says, right in front of Oswald.
And Oswald, I don't know, Oswald says, I was a big baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big baby boy. So but she's moving back to Cleveland now. She is solo and single, and she's opening a hair salon.
Where was she living before again? I don't even remember.
I'm going to guess Florida. I really have no idea.
I'm just assuming another part of Ohio.
Also, probably likely. Yeah, maybe she moved to Pittsburgh. Who knows? Close enough.
Either way.
Yeah, so she's ready to go full-time into hair. I couldn't remember if she did hair before.
I didn't know she was doing hair, or if she just thinks she can do hair now.
You know what? A lot of people can do hair. I was going to say, I took the train home to New York yesterday from Pennsylvania. My mother drove me to the train station, and my mom had this conspiracy theory. She was like, you notice they're opening more hair salons all over? She's like, what's that about? And I'm like, what do you think it's about? I'm like, more people graduate hair school and they need a place. And she's like, no. My mom thinks there's some sort of conspiracy. It's like a money laundering thing.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You can, because here's my problem with that idea. It's not like money laundering and like construction. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money in construction.
Yeah.
I don't think that's quite as much money in getting your hair colored.
Well, I don't know. You talked to your girlfriend about getting hair done? It's a pretty penny.
I know it's expensive, but not everywhere. I don't know. Maybe. Here's my thing, though. I think it's because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because during the pandemic, everyone just started cutting their own hair or everyone else's hair. And then all these underground barber shops.
Like, I can fucking do it.
And now these people are like, why don't I just open a shop? Or they finally have the money to open their shop. Or they, so
my mom,
I think that's the case.
I love my mom. I don't think she listens to this podcast. She also thinks a lot of the public storage units that you see, which again, will tie in later to this episode. She thinks a lot of that is a Chinese plot to store weapons.
They think there's just a bunch of Chinese weapons in there.
Yeah, that they're holding, or like there's some sort of like illegality going on behind the. I'm like, Mom, I think just a lot of people hoard shit. Like, I think that's the issue. But
I hope I hope weapons manufacturers. You think like Temu is the weapons manufacturer in China too?
Temu, Lockheed Martin.
Like, we're all worried about going to war with China, but then they come out and half their guns are broken or jammed.
Yeah, they crumble.
Anyway.
Anyway,
yeah.
She's working at the salon. She's very excited for it.
Yeah, and Oswald's going to be an investor.
Yeah, he's got money from a workers' comp case involving his throat. And when asked to elaborate, he just says, well, let's just say that because of me, they don't call that packing material peanuts anymore. I love the idea that he ate the styrofoam.
Yeah.
And just choked on it. Almost to death on it.
You ever have the circus peanuts, the candy?
I have. I'm not a fan, but yeah.
Yeah, they're not good.
No, they're very bad.
Anyway.
I don't know if I would choke and die on them, though, but sometimes you might. Kate, at this point, gets a pager message from Mrs. Louder. It just reads, bad cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, that could mean a million
things. And she leaves.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't leave, though, because crucially, she goes up to Mrs. Harvey, and she's like,
oh, yes. Mrs. Harvey offers her a job.
Yes. She's like, well, if you want to work in a salon, if you don't want to have to do this anymore. And Kate is like, yes, I hate this job so much. There's nothing else I'd want to do, but let's do it. Let's go into business. Drew also has an interaction with Mrs. Harvey here. Yeah, because obviously, if she's setting up a salon, she's going to need a roof on the building.
Well, yeah, apparently this place that she has a big hole in the roof.
Yeah, not ideal for business.
Right.
Drew, luckily, is dating a handy woman. Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm sure Sharon would love to help you out, and we can make that happen.
She can fix anything.
Anything at all. He's got such...
I love that confidence in your partner.
Unwavering faith in your partner's abilities. Yes, it's great. Yeah, so Drew basically signs her up to fix this roof. We see the next day at the office, Sharon stops by. Plays a little grab ass with Drew.
Yeah.
And then what is it that she says to him? Did you write that down?
Yes. He says, Uncle Ron, you got out. So another ancestral molesting joke from Drew Carey.
From Drew Carey and the gang.
There was another
ABC.
one, like a couple episodes earlier where he got taken on camping trips with his uncle.
Yeah. We're learning about the lore of Uncle Ron. He doesn't seem like a great guy, I gotta say.
I'm starting to think it's real.
Yeah, I'm starting to think.
I'm starting to think it's no longer a job.
No,
I mean a joke.
It's real.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Drew explains to Sharon that he has signed her up for this, and Sharon's like, I don't know about this, man.
I'm not like a real contractor.
I've never done roofs.
Yes.
Like, it's a whole thing. And Drew's like, oh no, if you just believe in yourself, I'm sure you can do it. And she's like, yeah, and it would be a good experience.
It was a good little pep talk.
Yeah, it really was.
Also, we don't really know what the problem is with the roof. If it's just like shingles, we don't know yet. I feel like you can tile or shingle a roof. Maybe tiling would be hard, but like a Spanish tile. But
yeah. But like if you got
a big hole in the roof, that's got to be
a bit of an ordeal.
Yeah,
you got to literally rebuild the thing.
Yeah.
So my grandfather was a roofer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was.
Union Roofer Joe. Yeah. He, I don't remember.
He did it until he was like an old man,
yeah,
right?
he really just stopped probably 2015. And then
How old was he at that point?
Yeah, God. If he just turned 90 this past year, he was 80.
It's crazy.
Yeah. At a point, they stopped letting him go on the roof. He was in the truck. He was carrying the ladder, things like that.
Well, going on a roof's scary, man.
Yeah.
I used to go up there for hanging Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And I used to scare the shit out of me even when I was in high school.
My grandfather would do like roof work for just the family, just, for freebies. The roof fell back with him on it.
Oh, man.
And it was fucking bad, man. Yeah, I remember he busted his arm or something. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Scary shit getting up that high.
Yeah.
And then you got it's just like the heat and you can burn yourself. It's a
crazy
you're
working
thing.
on it's
hot
like
tar.
Hot tar. All that material is probably so hot.
Yeah, it's rough.
My uncle was working on a roof one time, way back in the day. This is like way before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my mother's brother, who was known to be kind of a crazy guy, he owned a construction company.
And it was called Crazy Guy Construction.
Yeah. he was redoing a roof though, but he was carrying he was up on a roof and he was carrying this like gutter or something. It was a long metal pole or something that could conduct electricity, which is important because he swings it and it hits like a power line or something.
Oh no.
And he gets electrocuted, to the point where the electricity blows holes like through his calves.
Jesus.
And he falls off the roof. He was pronounced dead.
I thought this was going to be more fun.
And then he did wake up.
Oh. So pronounced dead, but came back.
Yeah, he was pronounced dead. They had brought the coroner and everything, and then he back to life.
Wow.
Came back to life.
I
say, that was like several lives.
I read an article about getting struck by lightning and how that fucks up your body. I could only imagine taking the same sort of voltage.
Yeah.
To just, oh, Jesus. Scary shit, man. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's fun. These are all the fun things that Sharon can look forward to
while working
on Mrs. Harvey's roof.
Yes. Yeah. So, anyway, Kate comes in at this point.
She's not dressed up for work, let's say.
No. She just got her new job from Mrs. Harvey.
She got her new job, and she's got one final thing for Mrs. Louder. She wanted her laundry done and her dinner cooked.
Yes. So she's carrying a big old trash bag.
Mm-hmm. She did all of it in one, and then she throws it across onto Mimi's desk.
Yeah.
And then she does a very subtle thing. It's a song and dance number called I Hate You, 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 I Quit.
Yeah. And then she leaves. And Drew says, you stole my song.
That's my song.
That was going to be my quitting song.
I can't imagine Drew ever quitting anything like this.
No,
he's too kind. But yeah, no, it's like, I think Mr. Wick calls her a disgruntled employee and points it out.
He runs in the office. He's like, you all laughed at me for getting bulletproof glass. So,
but yeah,
workplace shooting jokes.
It was 1999.
We were always doing it.
We were going postal.
Yes.
It was. So in the next scene, Sharon stops by Drew's place. All the lights are out. It's like confusing a little bit to me as to why, but Drew's kind of like sitting on the couch chilling.
They don't mention the storm yet at this point.
Right away. We get into it, though, because Sharon's talking about getting the roof done. Yeah. And she says, I did all of it last night and ahead of this big storm we were having. I wanted it done before then. Yeah. Sounds like they were having a big rainstorm, wind, all that jazz. That's why the power's out, ideally. Yeah. She asked Drew what he was doing through the night, and he's like, oh, you know me. I love a storm. I just spent the night listening to Zeppelin and
raged at the sky.
It's at this point the power comes back on, lights turn on, and on Drew's record player starts playing like some show tunes.
It was like Whenever I Feel Afraid.
Wait, was that what it was?
Yeah, it said.
I just thought it was like a girly, but it was like a.
It was clearly a
self-confidence
Well,
song.
no, it was a song still, but the lyric was Whenever I Feel Afraid. So clearly driving home, he's a big baby at storms.
Big scared. Scared. It's okay. Out back, there's a little bit of commotion. The gang is investigating Drew's pool table,
which is up on one end. How fucking strong were these winds?
Yeah,
dude?
That it threw the whole thing.
But a big slate
but
pool
then it
table.
Kept it there. How would it even stay balanced?
Drew makes a really funny comment about it being like 2001.
Yeah,
all the apes looking at the big
pillar
or whatever.
Pillars, yeah.
Which those started popping up. Wasn't that like 2 summers ago? Like every once in a while there'd be some guy in the desert like, yeah, I found one of those.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
that is like Stonehenge in a way, right?
Yeah. Stonehenge is weird.
Yeah, have you
definitely
been?
Weird. Yeah,
I've never been. I've never been to Europe.
It is like you don't realize how big the fucking rocks are until you get there, and you're like, wow. Like, I mean, it's like you're talking bigger,
I think
bigger
twice
than
your size. Is that wrong?
Oh yeah, I mean we're talking bigger than like a 1-story home for sure.
Damn.
And they're massive. They're like thick,
and they're just arranged there.
Yeah,
and nobody knows.
No, aliens or something. Look, I mean, it was probably slave labor or something. I hate to like say that it was the worst, but it seems that. Like until they built skyscrapers in New York City, the tallest objects on Earth, were the pyramids.
Yeah,
and
we know how those were built.
How those were built.
But even then, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The
the things we'd put people through.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like your idea that Stonehenge isn't aliens, it's slavery.
Right.
That's pretty good. It's right. But yeah, as they're investigating the pool table, Oswald's mom comes up and she starts having a conversation with Sharon, and she's basically like, I don't know what's going on, but you're not done the roof, right?
Yeah.
Sharon's like, no, it's impossible. I did the roof. Oh, wait, maybe the storm. So I guess in the midst of the storm, the winds blew the roof off the thing.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Harvey's not happy about this because she was hoping, now it's going to delay the start of the opening of the salon and this, that, the other. So she's like,
she was told that this person can fix anything, do whatever, and she feels like she was sold this.
She was
based
misled.
On false pretenses. Yeah.
Sharon, of course, can do it, but not like right away, and she'd still like to get paid for the original work.
Yeah,
that she did.
I mean, she doesn't have all the money to just go buy a bunch of new materials for a new roof.
Yeah. It's a classic conundrum of like, I think everybody's kind of right, but nobody's fully right. It's a fucked up situation.
Drew's like, shouldn't insurance pay for all of this?
It's an act of God.
Yeah, it's an act of God.
It's not anything, and so it gets messy. Oswald obviously starts defending his mother, and Drew obviously defends his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Lewis gets involved. And
Lewis teams up with Drew and Sharon, right?
But he's like, listen, we shouldn't point fingers when clearly Mrs. Harvey's wrong. Like something offending Oswald, and they live together, so that's weird.
But Kate jumps on the other team because she's like, well, I just quit my job. I need to work at the salon
I need this place to open immediately. So whatever gets it done quicker is what I'm a fan of. I think she says, I can't go back to working for the oldest widow of a Confederate
soldiers. Yeah, whatever.
She looks that ancient. She's not wrong.
Yeah.
Decrepit. But anyway, it's just this big.
So now everyone's fighting.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Everybody's.
You hate when family fights.
Yeah, just can't we do it inside at least? We're doing it after the neighbors get here.
Yeah,
it's bad. We go to the next scene. Drew, kind of despondent. I think he's still like mulling over.
Yeah, he's letting Speedy eat what we thought was his breakfast. It's just Sharon's breakfast.
Food. Yeah. He's pointing over. He's like, "Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's yours. You can have it." And the dogs licked the plate clean. He's just, he's really upset about this fight, I think, and he's trying to figure out how to make it right without tearing apart his friend group.
Yeah, or his relationship.
Defending his relationship.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oswald drops by, our global parcel package man.
Yeah.
He's got a package for Mr. Drew Carey.
Well, but before that, I just want to bring up that Drew says, I haven't seen this Oswald this mad since he shot my dad.
Oh, shit. Yes, I forgot about this.
Since I shot my dad. And Sharon was like, well, let me tell the story. Just jokingly. She was like, it started drinking. He was like, no, we were hunting.
Yeah.
He Dick Cheney'd his dad. I guess
Dick Cheney'd
I guess
Mr.
it was
Carey.
the first. I love this because it was the first time, I guess, Oswald had ever seen an I'm with stupid t-shirt.
Yeah.
And he was laughing so hard that
just
he
fired
shot
his
Mr.
gun.
Carey.
Who do you think
was wearing the t-shirt?
Who wore the shirt? Also,
and was it camouflage?
Well, no, it had to be camo with orange writing on it, right? I'm with stupid and the arrow goes that way.
Maybe it was a deer.
Yep.
It was a
same
deer.
brain.
That's good.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, no, I love God. We get little Oswald lore dropped throughout this. We're gonna get to the puppet eventually as well on all this.
Yeah.
What a special little man this guy is.
Definitely special little man.
So speaking of, he comes in. He has a package for Drew. We learn simultaneously that Lewis, following yesterday's fight, has moved out.
Yeah.
After 15, almost 16 years of living together, no more. Lewis moved out, took all of his stuff.
Yeah.
It's sad.
15 years is crazy.
That's a long time.
That could have been us, dude.
Yeah, we were almost there. We got 5. We got 1/3 of that relationship.
We could have done a decade. I could have done another decade.
Yeah? Oh, that's sweet. I would like to think I could have.
We would have been like those guys sitting around in our underwear playing video games.
Yeah. Those dudes on Instagram reels that we send each other at midnight in their tidy whities. Anyway, he brings a package for Drew, and it sounds not great. And then we slowly learn what it is. It's snow globes.
Why did he order snow globes? Why did he order multiple at once?
Yeah, it's true. It's a weird. I wonder where did he get them too? Because it's 1999. It's probably not like an Amazon purchase.
He
had to go to a specific snow globe website.
Yeah.
To buy these things. But anyway, Oswald calls it an act of God, sort of tongue in cheek.
Yes.
But there's a footprint very clearly on the box.
It's God's footprint.
It's God's footprint.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And that's not the only thing Oswald has. He's also carrying a letter for Sharon, or a card, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Drew's like, it's weird that this is a card, but
right.
It's from Mrs. Harvey.
Yes.
And it is threatening a lawsuit, basically.
Yeah, she's going to sue Sharon over the roof.
Yeah. And Sharon gets freaked out because she doesn't have money to fight a lawsuit.
Yeah.
What is she supposed to do? So Drew says, well, the only way that I know that we could fix this would be to get somebody that Oswald will trust and listen to.
And he trusts and listens to Lewis more than any other human being on Earth.
And Sharon is flabbergasted by this because, like, are they looking at the same person?
Yeah.
Do we know?
Yeah.
But yeah, Oswald loves Lewis.
And if that doesn't work, then Professor Von Sock.
Yeah.
Is it Sock?
I think it's Professor Von Sock. You're right.
Yes.
It's a sock puppet that Lewis dons to talk to Oswald.
Yes. Plan B.
Plan B.
That's the only way that, you can get through to him.
Yeah, it's the best way to communicate with Oswald. By the way, we must have talked on the show about Oswald's full name being Oswald Lee Harvey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We brought that up.
It's very fun.
We also figure out Lewis's last name, and I wrote it down at one point, and I forget. Is it the next episode?
I think it's in this one. It's we'll get there in a moment.
We're going to get there because
we go to Lewis.
Oh yeah, wait, we do. Yes.
We go to Lewis's new bachelor pad.
Yes,
it is a storage unit.
It's a storage unit.
It's not holding any Chinese weapons.
That Chinese weapons that we see.
That I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's Lewis is there, and it's pretty comfortable, I gotta say. There's no windows, but it's pretty comfortable.
The lighting is good.
Recliner, the lighting's pretty good. All, lamp light. There's no overheads.
He's got a little stove hooked up to a propane tank.
He says he's showing Drew the tour, and he's like, and if we're lucky, over there, that could be a nursery.
Yeah.
No, he's living in a storage unit for now.
And then there's a banging on the outside door.
And it must be like the owner of the storage unit.
And he says, you better not be living in there. Was it Kaninsky?
K-I-N-I-S-K-I. Kaninsky.
Lewis Kaninsky.
Yeah.
Sorry, listeners, if they have told us this before and we didn't know and we missed it.
I think they might have told us this before.
I really think this to me, this registers as first time, and I'm like, Lewis has a family.
He comes from a lineage.
From a people. And he wasn't just, made in a lab at Drug Co.
A lineage of Lewises.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, Kaninsky.
It might have come. You know what? We did meet didn't we meet his mom?
We did.
So you know what? We might have heard all the way back then
Mrs.
as
Kaninsky.
well.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
It's also at this point, Kate knocks on the thing after the very scary owner. Kate comes in and she's trying to salvage this job because she just blew up at Mrs. Louder.
Yeah. Well, she can't go back. She didn't think so.
No. So she's like, okay, well, how about this? If we don't finish the roof and it's a half hair salon, half tanning studio.
Yes.
And Drew's like, well, what if it rains or it gets cold? And Kate's like, why does everyone keep saying that?
Yeah.
It's not a problem. But yeah, no, Kate has talked to Mrs. Harvey about this. She's also talked to Mrs. Harvey, who says she's going to come over to Drew's house that night.
Yeah.
To talk to Drew and to show him something.
Yeah.
Something he can't refuse, I believe is the phrase.
Yeah, and they sure as hell make it sound like sexy time. Immediately the gang assumes that she's going to try and seduce Drew.
Well, and Drew would be very easy to seduce. He's had big crush on Mrs. Harvey for quite some time.
Yeah.
Drew's kind of like...
Drew loves Sharon, but Mrs. Harvey, she's been in his life the whole time.
30 plus years.
Yeah.
He's been enamored with his mother. So, it's hard for him. He's worried about it. That night, he's at his table and she comes by.
He rushes home out of the storage unit. He's like, the place is a mess.
He's got to clean up for her. better. He's sitting at his kitchen table, and she comes through the back. She's wearing a pink tank top.
Yes,
she's sweaty.
Her gym clothes.
She just came from the Y. She's a little sweaty. Drew's at the kitchen table doing homework.
Immediately doing his fantasy, clearly.
Yep.
He jumped right to, I better get in character.
Oh, I don't know how any of these numbers make sense. Can you help me, Mrs. Harvey? And she leans over. She's like, I was always bad at that stuff in school, too. I was,
Yeah. And then she cracks open a beer.
And she's talking to Drew, and she's, the language that we use here is very fun because she's like, listen, I know you like Sharon, and she's great, but she's not that experienced. You know what I mean? So I want to show you something. And it's at this point that Drew freaks out, stands up.
He's like, I will not have sex with you, Mrs. Harvey.
And she's like, I was going to show you the inspector's report of the roof.
Yeah.
I guess she had somebody come out and see why the roof didn't work like the way that Sharon built it.
Yeah. She didn't use roofer's nails.
She used regular nails. Rookie mistake. To be fair, though, she is a rookie at this.
Yeah, she hasn't done a roof before.
Never. So, yeah, she used the wrong nails.
And this was before you could just ask ChatGPT or WikiHow.
Hey, Claude.
Yeah.
What are the nails I use for the roof? Just up on the thing. Or you
could go to, I wonder if they had Roofing for Dummies books back then.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know when that series started.
Before ChatGPT, you just went to the Home Depot and you found the meanest looking old man. And he would just tell you how to do the thing.
I used to enjoy going to hardware stores as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something about the smell and all these but all
they
the people
do have a musk. They've got like a distinct smell.
Were like curmudgeon-y old guys. Absolutely. You're totally right.
I'm sure it's fun when you're a kid.
Yeah.
But now if I went and I had questions, like they are curmudgeon-y. I don't think they like appreciate me asking because I'm just like some white collar dope. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm intimidated to be like, I need paint for a cover up. Anyway.
Also, I used to like the gumball machine. They were really hard though.
Am I crazy or did Home Depot have like a little stand where you could get like a pretzel and a soda? They had like some food stands.
I think you're thinking of like I don't know.
I might. One of them did. I can't remember which, but I thought one of them had like
Home Depot. I don't know.
Costco style concessions in a way.
Maybe
it's like you go up, you get a hot dog, or like it's nothing fancy. You're not getting chicken Alfredo at Home Depot.
The thing at Home Depot that I remember when we go in, especially Philly, go get sausages outside.
There you go.
They were selling like Italian sausages down in South Philly.
Hell yes.
Or even North Philly. You go and you just get a sausage and peppers and onions out in the parking lot. It was awesome.
And you know what? That guy, no license to sell food.
Am I crazy? No, yeah. Am I crazy or is just the bread in Philadelphia is just better?
It's 1,000% better.
Thank you. No. I went out to dinner last night and I brought it up at the table. I was just like, they were talking about how good the food in Philly is, right? And Philly, excellent food scene. But they were like talking about, they're like foodies going to like real restaurants. And I'm like, no. What sticks out to me about Philly are the sandwiches. And the sandwiches are amazing because across the board, the bread is unbelievable.
Yeah. You know what my thinking is on that? I don't know if it's real or not. I think it's the water. The water.
Yeah. I think sound like one of those fucks from Brooklyn now.
No, but like, it's the Delaware.
The bagel water.
It's the Delaware water or whatever the fuck, however they filter it. I think it helps. I think it's a fresher loaf in the bread.
It might be. It is different.
Yeah.
I thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm here to back you up on that. So yeah. Anyway, Drew doesn't get seduced. No sexy time for Drew, but that's fine because he's got a girlfriend, so he shouldn't really be doing that shit anyway. Right. So anyway, now that Drew knows, okay, Sharon was in the wrong. Let's try to make this right. We get Drew, Lewis, and Kate up on the roof of the salon.
Yes.
Trying to fix the
They're
roof.
going to fix it themselves.
They're not going to tell Sharon. They don't want to embarrass her.
No.
They've got a TV on the thing.
They've got a TV out on the roof, and it's playing
Tool Time.
Tool Time with Tim the Tool Man
Hell
Taylor.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Tim Allen on the screen.
And Drew said he got it for free when he bought a nail or something.
Yeah, they give it to you for free when you buy a nail. They just
hand it out. So yeah, they got a TV hanging through the window.
And he's talking about how to fix the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy if he wasn't?
I just wanted to make that clear.
Here's how you install fencing. It's just shit.
They were just watching Home Improvement.
Yeah. They're watching the Santa Claus up on the roof. I guess there were places to watch it. Santa, big roof guy.
Big roof guy. Spends a lot of time on roofs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He would know how to fix a roof.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
He would understand.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's Lewis is fucking around, man, in a way that kind of made me feel uncomfortable for a second. He's talking about, the three of them working on it, and Kate's like, well, shouldn't we like ask for help? And he's like, no, we're going to use our brains. And he sticks the nail gun
to his head.
Right to his head.
And I was like, no,
don't do it.
It made me squirm.
Yeah. I don't know why that in particular is uncomfortable for me to think about, but oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it feels like you're watching like Saw all of a sudden.
Yeah. You're like,
God,
this is Jigsaw's going to come out. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Oswald arrives and doesn't like that Lewis is there.
No.
Don't know if Drew arranged this. I guess he did to kind of have them kiss and make up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So they're standoffish for a bit.
It happens pretty quickly. They kiss and make up.
They do. They're standoffish for a moment, but then Oswald concedes. He's like, "Hey, listen, I was drinking last night, and then
I got to throwing up, and then I got to thinking."
Yeah. And Lewis stops him. He goes, "You had me at throwing up," and they just hug it out.
They hug and make up,
and they're boys again. And it's at this time we also get Sharon coming by, and she's confused because she sees them all nailing down things. He says he's not putting in nails. He's trying to kill an ant.
Yeah.
How the fuck? It's all black tile. How are you seeing an ant? Whatever. So Sharon's by, and she's like, "Why are you doing this? I'm confused. You don't know what you're doing. You should." And Drew explains. You used the wrong nails.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to embarrass you. We just thought we'd fix it.
And she says, "Oh crap! I'm never going to be when am I ever going to be a real contractor?
Yeah, real stinking contractor."
Yeah, you got to learn how to curse better than that.
Yeah. So. Contractors do probably have the best swear jar.
Yeah, they got good potty mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys.
They learn it well. But yeah, so then it's at this point Sharon's so kind of enamored with Drew doing this for her.
And she's like, "Let me help."
Yeah.
You got room in your crew?
I want to kiss you.
Oh, yes.
She wants to kiss him, even though apparently across the street there's a bunch of frat guys looking at them.
What is this neighborhood? Where do they live next to a fraternity now?
Apparently.
I guess this is the shop. The shop looked like it was a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really observe where they would have been, or I'm not familiar with Cleveland University placements.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
place it in the neighborhood.
Yeah, visualize.
There was a thread on the Drew Carey Show subreddit that was trying to figure out what neighborhood
everything is.
Drew lived in specifically, and they landed on Parma.
Yeah, Parma. I think Parma's got to be it. I read this somewhere too. I don't know why.
Yeah, but it makes sense to me, especially with the song and everything.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, they kiss, and then the frat guys yell, "Get a room!" And Drew's like, "Get a lady. What are you? Stop complaining." So,
and then at this point, a storm cloud is rolling in.
Yes, and they
want to get off the roof.
But we've learned that Oswald and Lewis have nailed themselves to the roof.
Yeah.
So the rest of the gang scatters, and Oswald and Lewis are stuck up there. And Oswald's starting to get worried. He's like, "Oh man, that looks like a pretty big cloud. We're gonna get soaked." And Lewis pulls out an old friend.
Yes, Professor Von Sock.
Yes. And to be like, "No, it's okay, Oswald. We'll be fine. Don't worry." And he's thrilled. Again. Yeah. That's a wrap on that episode.
Yeah.
The credit
scene. We're at Winfred-Louder.
Yeah. Kate's begging for her job, basically.
Yes.
She's trying to spin a yarn to Mrs. Louder about, I didn't quit. There was an imposter going around who looks just like me, and she was screwing me over. And Mrs. Louder kind of, "Well, whatever. If you want the job back, it can be yours."
Yeah,
and then uses Kate as a human ottoman.
Yes, I mean, there's only so many people in the world that she can probably get to be her human ottoman.
Oh, it's a tough gig.
So you know what? If somebody's willing to beg for that and come back,
down for
checks out.
So it goes.
Yeah,
and that's a wrap on that ep. And then we go to the finale.
Yes.
Brotherhood of Man.
Yes. Brotherhood of Man, Season 4, Episode 27, May 26th, 1999. And then we get summer break.
Yes. But we're this close to Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Don't know. I stuttered by accident and then I turned it into a radio thing. So we start with Drew's reading the newspaper, and he's so excited that there's going to be rain this weekend.
Yeah.
And
who doesn't get psyched for rain?
I fucking love rain on a holiday weekend.
I do actually enjoy rain.
On a holiday weekend, though?
No, not on a holiday weekend, but like on a summer night.
Yeah.
Whenever it's been like real hot, and then you can just get like, and you've been doing stuff all week. You know, summertime, you're always doing shit.
You want a reason to have
get one weekend where you can be like, all right, we're going to take it back to wintertime. We're going to chill indoors, watch some movies, hang out.
I was just saying, I want to see that new Project Hail Mary. Not sponsored.
Yeah, that's the one with
the Ryan Gosling sci-fi thing.
Has the little rock buddy.
Yeah, the rock puppet alien thing.
Yeah. Is it supposed to be good?
I've heard. I had a coworker describe it to me as ET level.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, I am not sure I believe you.
Wow, that's high praise.
That's incredibly high praise.
That's crazy.
He's like, he's like, has anybody else seen it? Am I crazy?
It's like a generational, impactful film.
It's nuts,
it means a lot to people.
That's what he says. So anyway, but what I'm saying is the rain gives you a great excuse in the summer. Just go shack up in a movie.
Yeah, going to the movies in the summer, that rules.
It's lovely. But we find out, Mimi's like, wait, it's not supposed to rain this weekend, and Cleveland looks beautiful. And Drew's like, oh, I'm not looking at Cleveland weather. I'm looking at Montreal. He's going to Montreal with Sharon for the weekend.
Going to North American Europe.
Yes.
That's what that is.
North American Europe.
Yeah.
He's very excited, though, because if it rains all weekend, it means the two of them are just going to stay in at the bed and breakfast. Only bed, only breakfast. Nothing else.
Yeah. I like that. That's the idea. That, like Drew really probably thinks that's all a bed and breakfast is.
Yeah.
I don't really like a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with Mimi. Mimi here brings a counterpoint where it just kind of feels like you're in a weird hippie house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's usually like a couple and they're just like, yeah, it's our guest room and we'll make you pancakes. It's a real weird idea. The bed and breakfast. Have you stayed at one though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in Airbnbs,
right?
Where there are
the
people lingering around. Like I stayed in an Airbnb where then they were like, "We'll give you breakfast for free if you come downstairs to the shop."
I hate the idea of the Airbnb where it's like it's just a room in a guy's house.
Yeah,
and I think that also extends to bed and breakfasts in a way.
Yeah,
I'd rather have like if you got like a separate property on the thing, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
when we went upstate, we were like we were in a cabin on a guy's property, so the guy's around, but he's not like in the same.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's my. I really think Airbnb is probably just the new bed and breakfast. There probably used to be a lot more.
They
before.
Co-opted part of the B&B.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
and let a whole lot of air.
We're figuring out what Airbnb means today, guys.
Meanwhile, though, Mr. Wick runs in and he's panicking. He's telling everybody else to stay calm while he's like running around like a chicken with its head cut off, I think he says. Yeah. We find out the Dutch owners of Winfred-Louder are not only on site, they're coming up the stairs right now. Nobody freak out. He's freaking out.
He's freaking the hell out.
Yeah. Mimi does this quick change to her office desk.
Well, can I just point out what Mimi's wearing? Sure. Once in a while she wears an outfit and you're like, this is crazy.
Yeah. She's the queen, dude.
She's wearing, it's a queen of like hearts card.
It's like outfit. A white dress. Literally. And the front of it is a painted queen of hearts.
She literally looks like straight out of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
The kind of shit.
Yeah. Playing card sort of stuff.
Anyway.
She does this quick change to her office desk. She puts tulips in like a little vase.
She brings out a little windmill.
A little toy windmill.
And she brings out a lamp. We don't really know what the lamp is for yet. And she turns the painting around and there's a Dutch flag on the back. So she has been ready for this moment.
Yeah. She's like, oh, how annoying. And like, but she's all set.
She's all set. She's all ready.
Mrs. Louder comes up with Mr. Van Zant, who gets an applause break.
Yeah.
His name, do you know who he is?
No.
Hal Linden. R.I.P. Oh no, he's still alive. He's 95.
Oh God.
Sorry, but didn't mean to R.I.P. you, sir. I didn't.
Sounds horrible.
Hal Linden,
being 95.
Stage actor, screen actor. Nothing I really know. I got to be honest. I guess he was.
Do you think we could get him on the pod at 95?
Probably. He's from the Bronx. He went to Queens College.
Wow. Okay.
He might be in town.
No shit.
Yeah, but 95. I don't know if we'd have to explain what a podcast is.
Yeah. I didn't really get the Bronx accent.
No, me neither. No, but so he is a Dutchman in this, obviously.
Yeah.
He says in at least this Wikipedia article that I'm reading, which says he had a hard time with the Dutch accent. He can do a German accent, which is
sounded very close.
Yeah,
I would have said it was just like German.
He said his thing was he wasn't sure he enjoyed the full thing because he thought that was a hard accent for him to pull off.
Interesting,
but nevertheless, he's done a couple musicals. Bells Are Ringing, Anything Goes, a revival of Anything Goes.
So he's like a Broadway guy.
Yeah, big Broadway guy, which makes sense.
Have any Tonys
for where it goes? Does he have? You'd think.
He got an applause break.
A Tony Award for The Rothschild in 1971.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then 1995 Daytime Emmy Award for a children's special.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, Hal Linden is Mr. Van Zant.
Yes.
He's the Dutch owner. We get Mimi walks in, or he walks up to Mimi, I guess.
Yes, Miss Louder's kind of giving him a tour and introducing him to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mimi's like, hello, I hope you feel comfortable. If we can do anything to make you feel more familiar to your native Amsterdam.
Yes.
And it's there that she turns on the lamp.
And it's a red light.
Red light. Red light district joke, baby. I wonder how many Americans got that joke in 1999.
You know what? That's a good question.
Yeah.
All those nerds that studied abroad.
Yeah. I know what that is.
I know what that means.
And he's obviously very clearly offended. He's like, I'm a faithful man to my wife. How dare you?
Yeah.
And she's like, do you like guys? Like, I don't know, trying to salvage it.
Yeah.
Doesn't help. Mr. Wick comes up. Oh, God.
Well, I was going to say he gets introduced to Mr. Drew Carey.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes.
And, Mr. Wick comes up.
Very panicked. He's the European representative of the thing.
Yes.
Kisses him on both cheeks.
Yep.
Mwah, mwah. Mr. Van Zant would like to make an announcement to the whole staff of the building.
Yes.
So they take out Drew's phone and they punch in the number, and he's suddenly speaking on the loudspeaker.
Yes. He's like, we're going to be doing renovations to the store.
Yes.
So everyone here gets a 1-month paid vacation.
That fucking rules.
Amazing.
4 weeks paid.
Everyone's freaking out, and it's about to be Memorial Day weekend. So we're talking about the month of June.
Yeah.
You just get off.
Solid.
Amazing.
Yeah. Because they're remodeling the store, is what he says. Everybody gets off except Drew.
Yeah.
Of course. Drew
Carey needs to hold down the fort.
Mm-hmm. And they're starting renovations on Monday. So Drew's like, oh, great. Well, I'll see you at the end of the holiday weekend. That's fine.
Like, no. We need you tomorrow. So he has to work through the weekend.
Yep. Bye-bye
Montreal. And he has to work through the weekend and make sure that he said something about the paychecks got to get out on time and everything.
Paychecks, anything like the workers might need. He's basically the liaison, I guess, between the workers and Van Zant.
I ultimately still don't understand why Drew had to do this if they were just going to blow it up.
Yeah.
What did they actually need him there for? At first, I'm not going to lie. Once we find out the blow up plans, I'm like, were they trying to kill Drew?
The perfect murder. No one would ever assume.
But that he does say get Drew out too. But anyway, we'll get there.
But so yeah, Drew's holiday weekend plans are kind of ruined by this.
And now everyone else though gets to kind of gloat in his face. Larry comes up. He says, "I'm going to Australia with Louder for a month.
They're gonna see all the land of lizards, I think she calls it, or something." He's like, "I hope I don't take home the wrong one."
Wick is going to Club Nude in the Bahamas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, please just stay there. I don't know if I'd want you to come back after your Club Nude experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Drew has to stay behind, though. It's a bummer. We get the titles here. We come back. We are in the Warsaw.
Yes, the gang is all drinking at the bar.
Gang's there. Kate, Drew, Lewis. Lewis and Kate have plans. We talked about it a little earlier. They're going to a concert. Oswald's supposed to buy the tickets.
Yes.
They're going to Lilith Fair. They're going to the All-Lady Festival. Kate is excited about going to a music festival where it's going to be mostly women, and she won't have to worry about anybody trying to flirt with her or grab her ass.
Yeah.
And Lewis is like, but wait, won't that really mean that there's just a lot of... And Drew's like, let her figure it out. Lesbians, right. Folks. The joke is lesbians. The joke is lesbians.
And Oswald comes in at this point, and he's carrying a whole ass payphone.
He's got a payphone.
Yes.
He's got a whole payphone, and he drops it on the table.
Yes, he apparently bought a payphone. He invested in it because apparently it's a great way. It's a cash cow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Everybody loves payphones in 1999. I mean,
at the time, I guess you need them.
Yeah.
At first, I thought he was carrying it around and like, is the idea like that it's still going? I was like, it's not just going to work.
No.
At the table.
I thought
like
he
if it's
could
not
pick
hooked,
it up.
I thought he was going to get that.
Kate calls it like his cell phone, right? Like, oh, look at that new cell phone you bought. That's a joke. No.
So anyway, he plans on making a whole bunch of cash.
Yeah, somehow.
Just side story. It reminded me of, I remember I was in the Pacific Northwest. I was doing a little road trip and I was in this place, Astoria. It's in like northwestern Oregon, and it's
decidedly not Queens.
Yes. It's actually the town where they shot Goonies.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, there was this little like strip main drag, and I was going inside of these shops, and this one guy had one of those crank penny machines where you can put the penny
crusher
and it'll give you a commemorative coin of, I think it was their local bridge or something.
Sure.
And he was like, these are cash cows, man. He was like, I'm telling you, he gave me his business card. He was like, if you want to get in on one of these, you can set them up anywhere, get whatever design you want, print it out. And he's like, I'm telling you, you can make, in a few months, you might have like $100 or something. And I'm like, no fucking way.
Well,
but really?
Okay.
A penny at a time. And
now, because it doesn't cost a penny.
Yeah,
it costs 51 cents. You got to put in 2 quarters and a penny, and then the penny's used in the thing.
It's just like, how many people are using this?
So, people know, I think I work on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
We just got a penny press.
You did.
Because the penny's gone. We've discontinued the penny from the U.S. Mint. And we're obviously going away as a show. So we thought, let's combine the two. So in the lobby of our building, if for guests that come by, we now have a penny press machine.
That's great.
It has caused, I have so many Instagram messages of people from out of state asking me to get the pennies, crushed pennies. There's a lot of collectors, man.
Man, can you give me one?
Ah, fuck, I'll try. No, there's like a bunch of designs. We have one you can choose out of 5 or 4 designs or something.
Is Steven's face on one of them?
One of them, Steven's face. One of them is
that rules. I kind of love that.
It's a crushed penny, and on the penny is the penny. We recreated the penny on. It's the dumbest shit. But you know what? The amount of attention it's gotten from collectors and stuff, and
That's great.
You look
people
at
love these penny
some
presses.
Deranged people
this
on TikTok.
Guy, he didn't even have like a real store. His storefront was like
it was just a machine.
It was literally just a machine in the front door.
Yeah.
And anyway, he tried to sell me on that. So I still have his card, I think. I could probably call him, get a penny press.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure I could call a lot of guys. I'm sure I could go on Facebook Marketplace and buy a fucking penny press.
You love looking at Facebook Marketplace for random shit, but it's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway, we find out though that Oswald
bought a payphone.
Yeah. But he bought the payphone with the concert ticket money.
Yeah.
So while they will not be going to Lilith Fair, Kate and Lewis are investors in this payphone now because it's their money that they spent getting this. So, good luck. God bless. We'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah.
The next scene we get is Sharon walking around inside Winfred-Louder. She's calling for Drew. Nobody's there, obviously, because everybody's gone for the long holiday weekend and then the month off after.
And Drew scoots on in on a scooter with in a tuxedo with the tag still on it.
Yep.
So Drew is clearly just, he's on the main floor here having a good time.
There's nothing to really be done.
He's kind of just like, I don't know, it's like Home Aloneing, but in Winfred-Louder.
It's, what's this? I guess, like Home Aloneing is a good way to put it. Big, he's just in the toy store.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Elf. That's what I'm thinking of.
Elf.
He's fucking around in the department store at night.
Yeah.
And I like too, while he's on the scooter, he's making like motorcycle noises.
Yeah. And he goes to grab Sharon, and Drew's got a little romantic night here. Sharon also had a good attitude about the Montreal weekend getting canceled. That's a bummer.
Yeah. Hope they got a refund.
Yes. But
she rides back of his scooter.
Yeah, and they scoot on into what seems to be the sports department.
Sports and camping and things.
Yeah.
And Drew has a table set up for the two of them.
Yeah.
Nice little dinner they're going to have.
Yes, he has her choice of wine. It was wine and then a bottle of bubble bath.
Yep. But she makes the right call, I would say, there is the wine. And then he's like, well, and after dinner, if it goes well enough, I think we got a room for the two of us. He throws open a pop-up tent and it lands perfectly.
Yeah.
And she's like, wow, that was really impressive. You pitched a tent for me already.
Yeah.
And then they start kissing. And one can presume that what happens here, Drew's like, actually, we should go in the tent right now.
Yeah, let's do tent first.
So they hop in the tent.
I support... Never mind. Then you can digest better. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
I agree. You don't want all that on the stomach.
Yes.
While you're having tent fun.
Anyway,
while they zip the tent closed, and while they're making hanky pank, we hear Mr. Van Zandt. We hear a Dutch accent coming through.
Yeah.
Sharon's like, "Isn't that your boss?"
Yes.
Isn't your boss coming around?
Shit. And then it's like they zip the thing closed and they just kind of lay flat.
Yeah.
And
listen.
to be fair, you can't really see them. You know, that's a mesh top, but like it looks like it's just a tent.
He doesn't know why there would be a tent just up like that.
And
so
he's walking through, and they're
with a contractor.
With a contractor, and they're talking about. Was it places to put dynamite or something?
Yeah.
And they're going, basically, they found out here that he's going to blow up the store while everyone's not working.
They're placing explosives around. They got to clear all the merchandise so they can sell it somewhere else, and then they're going to blow up the store in a week. And the implication is Winfred-Louder in Cleveland's going to be no more.
Yes. And, you know, in this, they hear like a noise from the tent, but they're like, oh, it's the guard dogs. Make sure you clear the guard dogs out.
Yeah.
Make sure the merchandise, and then make sure you get Carey out too.
Yeah. Crucially, it's important.
And then
we also get something here that is going to come back later.
The credenza.
Yes. The credenza is where Teddy Roosevelt wrote his inauguration speech.
Yes,
apparently. So it's like it could auction well. Is the implication. Yes. So make sure you keep that.
You got like a historical landmark or piece of
history right there in the store. So Drew finds out right there and then. The plan is like it's not just 1 month paid and then everybody's back. It's the store is gone.
Yes,
and he's kind of emotional about it. Sharon tries to console him, but he's like, I gotta say something. I think
I gotta do something about this.
Yeah.
So is it either the next day? Yeah, I assume.
I think it's the next day probably.
We're in the boardroom and we're with all the Dutch folk looking at a map.
Van Zandt and all of them, and they're looking at their plans for Winfred-Louder.
Yes.
And Drew comes
into the boardroom.
Yeah. And he kind of makes a bit of a scene. The line that I wrote, they're asking him about something with a color, like what color to paint the
you
walls?
Can help me pick out, because they're trying again to lie to him. Oh, we're just remodeling the place.
Yeah, we're looking at different options for
you can help
XYZ.
us pick the drapes, the carpets, whatever.
And they ask if he can pick a color, and he goes, well, how about red, like the color in hell where liars burn? No. So he makes a big stink. He's like, I overheard. I know your plan. You're just going to turn this all into a parking lot.
Yeah, you're going to put 200 hardworking people out of work here.
Yeah. And we learn, that the store doesn't make the money that it's worth.
Yes.
He's like, they would make more money if it was just a parking lot.
Yeah, they would make more money as a parking lot. And not only that, not everyone's so hardworking. Right. Apparently, there are security tapes that we get to witness that inspired this move.
Yeah.
Then we get to watch them.
We get to see the first one's Mimi at her desk. She's having a little tea party with her troll dolls.
Yeah.
And then they fast forward a bit and the troll dolls are all on top of her as she's taking a nap in her chair.
Yeah.
And then they go, and even down on the floor, it's not great. Look at your manager.
Wick is hitting on one of the employees and he shoos everyone, all the customers out of the department.
Long line behind him of customers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoos them all away so he can just continue flirting with this woman. I think Van Zandt goes like, you can do that in a parking lot.
Yeah. And then Larry,
yes.
Larry's asleep at his desk.
Yeah.
And Drew's like, oh, he's just resting his eye. And he's like, you just watched it. We fast forwarded this. Yeah, that's
a 3 hour long time lapse that we just went through. And look at what happens. Oh, the boss is going to reprimand him. And then there is his lover, Mrs. Louder.
Yeah, just kisses him on the head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
they're not impressed, these Dutch folks.
No,
nobody's go, working. Look, we're laughing at the Dutch. We're losing so much money for them. It's great.
And he says, well, there are a handful of good employees here.
Yeah.
That keep the place running.
Yeah. And Drew doesn't realize, but they're talking about him.
They're talking about him. So much so to the extent that they want to make him now an offer to go be the manager at the Toledo store.
Winfred-Louder Toledo outlet.
Yes.
For his silence, he can be the store manager there. If he keeps everything a secret, doesn't tell everybody.
This is crazy to me that there's a Winfred-Louder Toledo outlet. Or is it called Winfred-Louder? Actually,
I would imagine it's Winfred-Louder.
Because it's not. Winfred-Louder is owned by Miss Louder, and isn't the Dutch company just a broader company that owns these little department stores?
Yeah, but maybe she franchised it in a way, and then they just bought all the franchises.
I don't know. Anyway, I won't get too into how the business of
Winfred-Louder,
the Drew Carey show works, but I was wondering.
Oh, it's important. I think it's worthwhile to investigate it. It'll be a 3-part series.
But so the proposition is, we'll make you the manager in Toledo, but you can't tell anyone that we're blowing this place to smithereens.
And obviously, it will be
smithereens.
Yeah, they keep making a point that it's all gone.
Oh, it's going to be smithereens.
It's kabooms.
Where did smithereens come from?
Smithereens.
And why don't we use it anymore?
Yeah. I like the idea of blowing. I mean, I guess we still blow shit up with dynamite every day, right?
Yeah.
Excavations and things
I
like
love
that.
whenever they do like demolitions, controlled demolitions.
Yeah.
It'll be like with a stadium or something
Or
that they're redoing.
casinos.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they just.
The whole thing just falls down.
I'd like to go watch one someday.
Yeah. I wonder, if they have one in Cleveland, we should go do a podcast there. I think a controlled demolition. Yeah, would be a great site for a podcast.
When the Browns are trying to build a new stadium.
Sure.
So when they blow up their old one,
we'll be
go
there.
watch it.
We'll bring microphones. It'll be the ideal recording conditions when an explosion's going on behind us. No. So
anyway,
Drew feels guilty. Obviously, it would be good for him to have this new job.
Yes.
And they respect him in a way.
Back to Drew, moral crises, though.
But the 200 other people that he works with.
He's afraid of success. They're his friends.
Kate says it later when we're back at the Warsaw, but she's like, leave it to the human resources guy to care about the humans, you know?
Yeah.
So they do show him one more videotape, though, that might change his mind, which is, here's what they do to your coffee.
Yeah,
Mr.
would your
Carey.
friends do this to your coffee?
And then we don't see what it is, but his jaw drops and he grabs the keys from them.
Yeah.
So
in this moment, he's going to take
deal.
it. But we go to the Warsaw, and he's having quite a quite about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But before then, we check back in with the B plot. Kate and Lewis are Oswald is apparently making a lot of money off this payphone.
Yeah, he's put a sign on it that says "as seen in Dawson's Creek."
Yeah, it's retro. Don't you understand? I've never actually R.I.P. Mr. Vanderbeek. I've never watched.
I never
Dawson's
watched
Creek.
it, but he did just.
Is it just the nostalgia of? Is there a payphone? I don't know.
I don't really know.
Yeah, we are not a Dawson's Creek review.
No, we are
show.
not, and we will never be.
So you can't be fucking mad at us. Right in. I don't know. Explain to why that's a thing.
For those of you, or if you have any good podcast recommendations on Dawson's Creek rewatches.
Yeah. You know, I think I've said this before, but on our Apple podcasts, like if you like this podcast, our show, you'll recommend it.
Yeah.
The Full House one. How Rude Tarantino's. Yeah. It's hosted by the girl who played Kimmy Gibbler and then the girl Stephanie.
They're just talking about all the eps? Or?
Yeah, every episode they're just going through.
Wow.
Yeah, and I guess sometimes they have a guest. Maybe it's like the writer or John Stamos.
Maybe we should do a crossover app.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
with the Full House.
Come on through, Kimmy Gibbler. And I'm not going to learn your name. I'm not going to learn your name. I'm going to call you Kimmy Gibbler the whole time. How rude. But yeah, no. So at the Warsaw, where Oswald comes in and he's like throwing change, like he's fucking wealthy as hell.
Yeah, he's like, a round of beer on me, and clearly his pockets are full of quarters,
jangling. I love the idea that yes, he's making money, but it is all in coins. It's truly, it's fucking hysterical.
Making it hail.
Yeah, Drew's there with Sharon, and they explain the situation about what's going to happen to the department store and how Drew's sort of torn about this. He feels guilty keeping it a secret. These are good people. He wants to tell them. In that same moment, Larry comes over.
Yeah.
And we learn that Larry's vacation to Australia has changed.
Yes.
Now that he's written into Mrs. Louder's will.
Apparently he got written into Mrs. Louder's will, so he's going to take her on a hike in cougar territory and put meat in her pockets.
Yeah, they're going mountain climbing in cougar territory.
Yeah.
So, these are the good people that Drew's trying to stand up for.
And Larry mocks the shit out of Drew for having
to work. And it's all, whatever. Mimi's there in the background. She doesn't really say anything here, but it seems like the department store is filled with these happy Winfred-Louder employees.
Yeah.
And then it ends with, I can't remember the guy's name, but we get this employee from the store, and Drew's like, "Oh, I'm surprised. Weren't you going out of town?" He's like, "Yeah, we're going to Disney World. I think it's great. The 1 month pay is fantastic, and then I'll pick up some. I'll just
pick up some overtime when I get back
because it'll be expensive." But
So we do get just like a little redeeming moment of, oh, here is a human that works at the store that isn't Larry or Mimi and doesn't hate Drew's fucking guts.
Yeah.
And that actually has a family.
But then, of course, Drew goes like, that's not. They're not just all terrible people. Sometimes they're like, what's his face that works in what the hell department? Drew, like me, does not remember that guy's name.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So we get here. Drew tries to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
And then the next day at the department store,
a plan is in place.
Not only is a plan in place, everybody's supposed to be gone. Everybody's there.
Yes, we're at the office. Everyone's working, and Drew brought everybody. He told absolutely everybody what their plans are.
Yeah,
he brought everybody in to work, and he invited the Dutch Van Sant.
Yeah,
up just to see it and to kind of make his pitch or tell him the other part of his plan, which was that he made the place a historical landmark.
Yes. He informed people about the Teddy Roosevelt inaugural speech story.
Yeah.
But
the
unfortunately,
National Historical Society or something.
Yeah, it was made aware, and they've made it a historical landmark. But Van Zandt was already aware of that.
Yeah, he already told that same lady.
Yes.
And they were going to make the Teddy Roosevelt Memorial parking garage.
Parking structure. Yeah, yeah. Which he foiled again. So, in one final plea. Oh, well, I guess before then. He's like, Drew, you've gone against me. Promotion's canceled. Everybody's got to leave the store.
Yeah, everyone's fired.
Yeah. But in one final plea, Drew and all of the store get together and they sing the Brotherhood of Man.
Yes.
From How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. You told me before we started, because obviously the title kind of implies this might be a thing. You did it in high school.
Yeah, that was actually the first musical I ever did. Was
that freshman year?
That was sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Nice.
We did it in high school, and honestly, it was the most fun one. I mean, it was like I think it was just because too I was like younger, and we had all the older kids there, and it kind of just felt fun. Again, the first one, it felt cool to be a part of something. Everyone kind of showed you the ropes.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that song.
Yeah.
Oh,
fun.
It's the best.
It's one of the better Broadway tunes. It
yes,
really
100%. Actually, I remember too because it was right around that time, or it was shortly after they had revived it on Broadway with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes,
and he was doing it.
Ago.
He did it at the Tonys and everything, and that song rules. And it also at a moment because then. This came up on like my Instagram reels, like NBC did a promo.
I saw the same thing while I was on vacation last weekend.
Yeah, I forgot about because they did, and it was back when NBC in 2012 had that crazy lineup with 30 Rock, Community, The Office,
Parks and Rec.
And
they're all doing their song. It was for the Super Bowl. Yeah, they did it all there. Yeah.
But no, Brother of the Man. How to Succeed in Business is a great musical. Now it's like dated. Like there are references that are like clearly written about a 60s like business
office culture that doesn't exist really anymore.
Yeah, and it's not particularly kind to women.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's
hence the song Brotherhood of Man.
Sure.
But no, it's really a great song.
To that point, I mean, I thought Drew did a pretty good job singing here.
Oh, they did a great. Everyone in the cast, great song.
Kathy Kinney did
the
female vocals.
The female vocals at the end of it, and then they had the choreography was awesome.
Yeah. The choreography ruled. There was a litany of cameos in here. I do not know any of these names. I'm going to say that right now.
Are they like Broadway people?
No, they're Ohio people. So Brian Fowler, radio personalities, Brian Fowler, Joe Cronauer, John Lanigan, Larry Morrow, and actor John Henton, Ron Swede, Marty Sullivan. There's a news anchor, Ted Henry.
Yo, this was Ohio's Super Bowl.
Carey's brothers are in here.
This is like Ohio.
Oh, this is the big number for Ohio.
Yes.
I do like that he reps it that hard. He's like, I'm gonna, because you know what? These are the blue links on Wikipedia, and then it says several print media reporters.
Yeah.
I love that he's got print media reporters.
He's just so deep in the Ohio culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
It's insane.
Ohio needed to be repped.
Yeah.
And again, this is probably why we don't talk about the show, because nobody gives a shit about Ohio now.
But people should.
Yes.
People should. There's some fun visual gags here as the song goes on. Mimi doing her blue eyeshadow with a pool cue, or the pool, cue. What is that? Dust? What do they call that?
It's chalk.
Chalk.
Yeah.
There's a moment where Mr. Louder is there. Mrs. Louder is in front of her deceased husband's painting, and there's just an arm coming through that's snapping to the beat. Did you catch that? I think we were laughing at it.
That part was so funny.
Fucking fantastic. Yeah, and then the rest of it, it's like a full song and dance.
They do the full song, and it's again just a great song. Mediocrity is probably a mortal sin.
And you know what? I
think it should be considered.
Yeah, we should think about it.
If they were bringing new sins.
I do want to mention the show's choreographer, Keith Young. It's on the Wikipedia article. I do want to mention it. He won an Outstanding Achievement in Episodic Television accolade, the 2000 American Choreography Awards, for this scene. Thank you, Mr. Young. Salute. And then that's kind of where the episode wraps. Where I presume the song wins over Mr. Van Zant and everyone's saved.
We don't really see that part, but
that's how how it works in the play.
Yeah, if you watch the musical, it does save the company.
Yeah,
so.
It works once again. Drew Carey, God damn it, you've done it, you beautiful son of a bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are the only one that cares about everybody else.
So
the credit scene, we're at the Warner Brothers lot in Burbank.
Yep. Drew's trying to leave, but he's stopped once again by our old friend Officer Oswald, who realizes he's getting away with the April Fool's Day prize money. We are watching different versions of we have different rips. I should give you my rip.
Yeah. I'm watching an
older rip.
An older rip that didn't have the names for who won the prize money.
Yeah, they clearly filmed this the same day they filmed the opening for the April Fool's Day gag.
Yeah.
Because it's the same set. And Oswald, the way that they do it is they ADR in the name of the winner. He sticks his head, I'm doing it away from the mic. He sticks his head in the money bag.
Yes.
And he's like, the winner is head, name, and bag. What was the name again? You wrote it down?
Anita Reuter from Salon, Ohio.
Salon, Ohio.
Which is like an area near Cleveland.
Yeah. Again, I said this to you.
Yeah.
We weren't able to get the first winner. I've reached out to him, I think, and he hasn't responded to me.
Also from Ohio.
From the greater Cleveland area. I don't know how close this town is to Cleveland.
So just back to what we were saying about how hard it reps Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio loves it back.
Or are they rigging this contest just
to give winners in Ohio? Yes.
And just because it'd be convenient. Drew's got to go bowling.
Yeah, Drew's got to go bowling
back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I wonder if there's. Oh, this is good for the Wayback Machine. We got to look up photos of Drew bowling in Salon, Ohio. And
do you think they sent a crew out?
Yeah, I'm sure that the local news sent a crew.
I'll get on Getty Images and we'll see. There's somebody again on the Drew Carey subreddit that likes to upload photos of Drew from that year's what's the name of the event? The upfronts, the ABC upfronts, like in 2002, and it's just like Drew in a suit, just waving. I'm just like, okay, that's cool.
Nice.
That's how we end season 4 here.
That's it.
Incredible. Thank you guys for listening and for following us. We'll start season 5 fresh in April.
Yes.
Don't forget you can subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/@ClevelandRocks
Email
podcast.
us. Talk about what you think of the season. I thought, look, every season gets better and better. This was easily the best season we've watched so far.
Yeah.
Tell me if it's your favorite.
Yeah. Let us know. Cleveland Rocks Podcast @gmail.com. Instagram @Cleveland Rocks Podcast. All that jazz. Let us know.
Shane, man.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Hey, you know what, man? Have a blast out there at that ball game.
Hey, thanks.
And if you're going to a ball game, have a blast too.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.